What's up, YouTube? Are you ready? Ready for some heat? We just gotta blow out this candle. It's time for some FNAFOnFire, man. Yes! So I have a pretty hot take. We all know SpongeBob. Lives in a pineapple under the sea. It was lemon and yellow, poison teeth. Nautical nonsense is something we wish to drop on the deck and pop fish. Most people say that the show fell off after the first 3 seasons. If they are an extra real one, after season 4 and 5. My confession lies in that none of those 5 seasons are my favorite.
Whoa,
I know, right? What?
Hey,
How is my favorite season not one of the classic seasons?
That doesn't make any sense!
Well, season 1 to 3, as good and funny as they are, I personally find them a little overrated. Due to, people online claiming these 3 to be some of the best seasons of television, when I can even name better shows and better seasons. Sorry, SpongeBob fans. The modern seasons are a decent middle ground of storytelling between pre-movie and the middle seasons, though season 5 to 7 didn't execute their stories the best, with quite a few exceptions in season 5 and 6. Less so season 7. Well, I guess it's not very common, so the big, real reason that I personally prefer the more lore-heavy, adventurous, more cartoony, well, if that's debatable, darker storytelling of the later seasons, though more so the middle seasons. Unfortunately, the best or most praised episodes from season 5 to 7 are episodes that still had that pre-movie slice of life feel. Season 4B kinda started this trend, but thankfully, season 4A didn't. Though with all the glaze, I'm starting to consider season 4 overrated. I don't want to say that though, because the emotional storytelling in season 4's first half is top notch. We also got good ideas too. There are 2 more seasons that I consider middle seasons, or at least not modern, as season 10 and 11 aren't very modern to me anymore. Season 12 onward is more so modern. Those 2 seasons are season 8 and season 9. Let's start with season 9, if you haven't already connected the dots. You will eventually. I really adore the season 9 vibe throughout, not just season 9B. I also love season 9A. I do have nostalgia for it, so that may be carrying, but season 9 as a whole is such a charming watch. With the exception of like 4, maybe 5 stinkers that I can't really defend too much. Which every season has episodes I want to skip, except for 1 season. The rest of season 9 brings me to tears, whether or not I'm laughing or invested in these cute stories with high stakes that give it that charming vibe. That didn't spark in season 9 though. It sparked in the season that if you've been following along, you already know. The season that if you see my long ass comments, again, you already know. The season is season 8. I love season 8 so much. It's one of the most underrated television seasons ever, in my opinion. The season's best episodes are the straight definition of charming, and it makes me so happy to see the season mentioned, or like to see a picture of it. Puts a massive smile on my face to see this underrated season of television get any kind of recognition. Though I prefer it if it was positive. Straight up one of my personal favorite seasons of any show. But I will admit, it's not perfect. But instead of nitpicking the ever-living shit out of the shit I don't like, hating on the writers, taking it so needlessly personal whenever something I don't like comes about, I will talk about the stuff that actually brings the episode down in quality. The common issues spread across every episode, to be honest, is just that slower pacing. Compared to the rest of the show, a lot of people are gone this season for its slower pacing. But I consider it faster paced than quite a bit of other medias, like SNL. It doesn't have the slowest piece of media like of all time, you know? In fact, the season can be too fast-paced at times. Instead of saying, oh, why do these writers even have this job anyway?
Security system takes control of Squidward's house and begins attacking the city, leaving the mayor
To see the fucking problem.
I guess crying does solve your problems after all.
Isn't it great that they're trying to teach kids such valuable lessons in life? Alright, you three. What's the word I'm looking for? Dipshits? No, that word's too good for you. Assholes? That's not quite right either. Fuckers? No. I'm just gonna call you three excuses for humanity until I can find a description that properly suits your crude, idiotic, and juvenile talentless asses.
I'm actually aware of the time constraints. You know, they still have families to feed. You know, they gotta get money. It's not a thing about greed, you know, it's just a thing about surviving. You know, you need money to live. And this is quite a bit of writers last season. This was season 9A. I mean, some of them came back recently. Recently, as in less than like season 8 or 9A, and then came back in season 11. But that doesn't mean they weren't having fun. It may be pretty noticeably rushed, but that doesn't matter. The team behind the show were still trying to have fun and try to put as much passion and effort into the episodes as they could. Even the worst episodes, going back to what I was saying earlier,
to be bad episodes
have
are
a
full
lot
of
of good bits. And they are enough for me to still appreciate the episodes. I can't say that for episodes like Little Yellow Book and Squid Babies though. Wow! I just love the high-stakes adventures of this season. Regardless of what people say, I consider the characterization to be strong throughout the season. The ideas in the season are, in my opinion, the coolest ideas the show has ever had, regardless of the execution of some of them. Most episodes do leave me wanting more, but that is not a negative, as I am pleading for more season 8. And I'm happy about that, you know. I love that I want more season 8. This season has my favorite songs in the show, introduce a lot of cool background tracks, uses so many locations, whether it's new or an expansion on an established location. There's so many great visuals, and the animation is very overlooked.
People just love to slap that laziness label on it, which is a crime. If you truly take a look at season 8, you will realize that it is one of the most diverse seasons out there. A lot of locations, gags, plots, characters. I even have a feeling that this season is just more colorful. And it's such a shame people don't talk about it.
Season 8 and 9 have my favorite art style and animation, lol. Too Many Things was my favorite in these two seasons, man. There's so many awesome things about this season, man. Way too many episodes are just unjustly slept on. It easily has the highest kind of underrated classics, along with season 9, including my favorite episode of the show and my favorite finale of the show, as well as having some of my favorite episodes for certain characters and artists' brilliant character studies for them. Anyway, I'll be working on the series going over and reviewing every season 8 episode, talking about the positives, possible nitpicks, if there even is any, and if the episode has a flaw, instead of ranting about it, I will offer a solution without rewriting the episode as a whole, because in my opinion, any episode with a problem just needs a few changes, or additional scenes. I'm not removing anything, especially if it's simply because I don't like it, you know. I'm not trying to remove the episode's edge or charm at all. This is just a way to give an episode that needs it more substance to just be like flawless in my eyes. I will still give the episode how it is a rating though. And just because the rating is not a 10 out of 10 doesn't mean it's not worth watching. It still holds a special place in my heart. I will just have to say that it lacks the substance and next level energy to be a 10 out of 10, or even just within the high 9s. So, with that, I hope throughout this series I can provide an interesting perspective on each and every single episode and prove that they deserve more appreciation. Peace out. We finna get lit in here, man.